Hey guys, I'm Chant Stanley,
And I'm Pistol Hill.
and this is the Hillbillies and Guitars Not on the Roadshow, episode
Yeehaw.
numero 3.
Roman numeral 3.
Last time we had a really fun time with you guys in the comments, you rowdy folks, you. We made a whole lot more comments than we did on the first episode, so progress, y'all, progress. Thank you for tuning in last week, and I appreciate it if you're back this week.
Hey man, you made Chance feel real special.
Yeah.
Tons of
It meant
requests
a lot
from
to
him.
me. Whew. Yeah, it is. Speaking of requests, Pistol, you know what this
What?
first round is chock full of?
I believe it's all requests, ain't it?
Yes, sir, it is.
But I believe I'm singing first this time, right?
Sure. Hit it up.
You went first last time. All right, cool. All right, so this is was requested by the Bourbon Society at Beach Mountain, North Carolina. Where my dad drinks a lot of bourbon. It's called Brand New Bottle of Whiskey, and I wrote it. You're not gonna sue me for that, are you?
Huh.
If I were on the outside looking in, it might seem my luck is running thin. Well, I know you saw me out alone again. If you only knew how happy I'd been. I got a brand new bottle of whiskey. You see the way it treats me when I say burn, it burns, or it goes down easy. You know it's never gonna see me. Oh, it's never gonna leave me. Oh, this brand new bottle of whiskey. Sure you found that I full circle fast. The tears you cry can't beat what's in my glass. Well, I saw you too, and girl, you don't look well. You can't stand a man whose hand you're holding, I can tell. Oh yeah. And I got a brand new bottle of whiskey. You see the way it treats me when I say burn, it burns, or it goes down easy. You know it's never gonna see me. Oh, it's never gonna leave me. Oh, this brand new bottle of whiskey. New bottle of whiskey. Yeah. And I hate to say it, but I'd rather have this bottle than your body. I got a brand new bottle of whiskey, and it does all the things you did for me, just like you. Girl, when it gets empty, I'll get a brand new bottle of whiskey, 'cause I love the way it treats me when I say burn, it burns, or it goes down easy. You know it's never gonna see me. Oh, it's never gonna leave me when I say hurt, it real quick, the Bourbon Society of Beach Mountain, what they do every year, they have like a couple different parties, and they all just bring a different type of bourbon. You can't bring the same bourbon as someone else. And at the end of the night, they all drink. They all have to take a drink of each one, and they basically each get a ballot and vote on what the best whiskey is. And I'm pretty sure the same one wins every time. But if you have any crazy whiskeys, I'm sure that the folks from the Bourbon Societies would love to hear what your hometown has to offer.
That sounds like a fun time, man.
Well, yeah, we might have to arrange to take a night off the road.
Yeah, yeah.
Or if they won't live music at their party. And are willing to pay the big bucks
Ooh.
for the small guys. It's all yours, brother.
Oh, man. Well, I had a request from Mr. Wilson to play this next song. This song's one I wrote for my wife. She was not my wife at the time. Maybe this song helped her make up her mind to be mine. I don't know, though. But this one's called Make a Home. And this one goes out to Alexa. Well, lately I've been a mess, thinking about you in a white dress. Oh Lord, I know that I'm blessed. But looking past that day, there's so many things that I want to make with you. Girl, it's true. Let's make a home, we'll make some kids, they'll make some noise like we once did. Let's make supper, then make love. Let's make everything we dreamed of for so long. Let's make a home. I can't wait to see the day. There's a minivan in the driveway and toys strewn all over the place. No, my world wouldn't spin the same if you didn't take my last name. I'm free falling and you're to blame. Yes, I am. So let's make a home. We'll make some kids. They'll make some noise like we once did. Let's make supper, then make love. Let's make everything we dreamed of for so long. Let's make a home. Me and you, a kid or two, a dog, a car. The world is ours. Let's make a home. We'll make some kids. They'll make some noise like we once did. Let's make supper, then make love. Let's make everything we dreamed of for so long. Let's make a home. We'll make some kids. They'll make some noise like we once did. Let's make supper, then make love. Let's make everything we dreamed of for so long. Let's make a home. Let's make a home. Woo! Thanks, man.
Yee.
Oh, them little love songs, they get you some brownie points, you know?
I know, man. Yeah, that's a good one. It took me forever to write a love song. You're chock full of them, though.
Ooh.
Good. That means you're a good man. That means you're a good man.
Oh, I don't know about that.
So, speaking of being a good man, it's been easy to be a good man recently. It's been hard to get a hold of your alcohol of choice or drug of choice or whatever it is. All the stores are shut down in some states, and in other states are just hard to get to and hard to get through the lines of. So, let's chat about how hard it is to party during the coronavirus.
Sounds good to me, man.
Have you had any luck partying during the coronavirus?
I'll be honest with you. I've had to resort to stealing my wife's White Claws.
Oh man, that's brave.
It's a sacrifice.
Everyone heard it, right? Everyone heard it.
Don't tell her; she'd get real mad. What about you, though? I mean, what have
Man.
you resorted to?
So my mom has had to bring me alcohol because with the kid, I just don't feel comfortable going to an ABC store right now with an infant. You know, I mean, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to take my baby to the ABC store anyway. But I just don't. I feel like it's a pretty dangerous place to be in terms of germs and stuff. People just walking around touching bottles, and so I had my mom bring me some, and she was so kind, man. She brought me. She brought it in two different packages. She brought me a gallon of Benchmark, which I have gotten drunk twice with, and have barely even touched the bottle. Like I used to be able to take half of one down in a night. I can take a handle down in a night, or half a handle down in a night, when I was younger. But now it's like, now I'm not saying I was okay the next day, but I don't know, man. And now it's two drinks and I'm done, and which is something that the coronavirus is here's a positive, I guess, from the coronavirus is it's kind of helped my expenses of the alcohol. I can't drink half as much as I used to, so that's saving a lot of money.
Lightweight.
But it's a good thing now, man. I mean, now that I have a kid, I need to be a lightweight. I'd like to see some statistics of how much like ABC stores are losing, because you got to imagine that everyone being stuck at home for a while. I don't think anyone went out, so no one's going out. I mean, not as many people are drinking. Everyone's tolerance is getting lowered. I wonder if there's a statistic about that.
Maybe there is. Maybe it'll be featured on the next episode.
Maybe we'll make one up. Maybe we'll call like 3 or 4 friends and get some data from them and call it a survey.
That sounds about right.
I feel like it's something to do with the polls, man. Like it's an election year, so this is relevant. Like the polls have been so off in the last decade. I feel like they just call like their buddy and like, hey man, what did you and your family do? It's like, yeah, it looks like this person's winning by 3/4. I asked 4 people and 3 of them said they did this, so that's how it is.
You might be right.
Yeah.
I gotta say, Pistol. You might be onto something.
I highly doubt it.
You might have just put a target on our heads.
Oh no.
Man.
I need a target on my block. Like the store.
Hey-o.
That way we don't have to go to Walmart anymore. I'd go to Target over Walmart, I think.
Would you?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I had never lived near a Target, so.
I don't enjoy Target.
I don't know if you can get groceries at Target either.
Can you get... I'm not sure. Tell us
That's
in the
how little I
comments.
know about Target. Yeah,
No,
if you know
tell us in
anything
the
about
comments.
Target, yeah, tell us in the comments, yeah. Well, hey, the other day we were chatting and we were talking about our longest drives.
Oh, yeah.
And this is something that this kind of actually helped form our friendship. We would be on the road, and there's this thing that happens, like you leave home on Wednesday and you drive 10 hours, and then you play a show Wednesday night, and you drive 2 hours, and you play a show Thursday, and you drive 2 hours, and so on and so forth. But then Sunday night, when you get done with your show, you have to drive 10 hours back home. So there's these 2 really, really long drives where you have nothing to do but talk on the phone or listen to music or something. But you have to find more than just one thing. You can't just listen to music for 10 hours. I mean, you can, but you'd have to start listening to some other genres, and I got 2 or 3 things I can do, and that's about it. So I'm not a fan of enough of variety of music to cover 10 hours. So we ended up talking on the phone especially late at night, we'd end up talking on the phone for a good almost 10 hours sometimes if it was that long of a drive. But Chance, what's your longest drive, dude?
Longest drive, man. You were actually a part of half of it, I believe.
Oh.
I was out
Please
your
share.
way. Go ahead.
I said, please share.
Oh yeah. I was out your way. It's when we were working on the bus and we had a run of shows. Um, I remember waking up on a Saturday morning at 10 a.m. at your house in North Carolina. If those of you don't know where Pistol lives, North Carolina. I won't give you your address, Pistol.
Come get me.
But woke up at 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning in North Carolina, and we had to make about 5-hour drive to Richmond, Virginia that day. So we headed out about noon to give ourselves plenty of time. So we drove 5 hours to Richmond. We got to Richmond, played from 8 till 11, I believe, and then headed back 5 hours to North Carolina. And we got back to Pistol's house about 5:30 in the morning. And I looked at Pistol and I said, man, I think I'm just going to head on home. I'd been gone a week and I was just ready to go home. So I left. I grabbed my bag, jumped in my car, left Pistol's house at 6 a.m. and drove about 8 hours home. And I drank, I think it was 3 cups of coffee, 4 energy drinks, and ate 2 bags of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. The spice kept me awake. Wow. I remember you telling me something about spices keeping people awake, so I tried that.
Yeah, my when I worked for my father, the guys that worked for him would pull long hours sometimes, and they would have peppers. And they're some guys from Durango is where they're from, Mexico, and they would eat peppers like after break. They might take a nap or something at lunch after they eat lunch or during break, and then they would eat a pepper, and they would just. I'm over there chugging coffee, and they're like, "What are you doing? It's so bad for you." And they try to give me to eat a pepper, but I didn't actually like hot stuff then. I ended up, by the time I left, I liked hot stuff, and now I'm like addicted to Tabasco sauce. So Tabasco, if you're looking to sponsor some dumb musicians, I'm your guy.
Hey.
I guess my longest drive. If you have a joke about Tabasco, save it.
Okay.
My longest drive was I was in Kansas City, and I could not afford a hotel room, so I decided I was just going to drive overnight. And I did not realize it. I knew it was 14 hours, and I figured I could do 14 hours. But I'd driven all day from somewhere in Illinois. I don't remember where I was in Illinois. I was somewhere in Illinois and went all the way to Kansas City, Missouri, played, and then drove all night and all morning. And I realized when I got to Asheville, North Carolina, I was an hour away from home, and my cognitive skills were starting to go. And I drive a straight drive, and I remember there was this truck coming up beside me, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kind of shift into fourth, hop behind him, and just relax and just kind of cruise home. And I went to shift into fourth, and I started hearing, and my gear started making a funny noise. And I looked down and I realized that my leg wasn't moving. But like my brain was telling me my leg was moving toward to shift and to hit the clutch, and it wasn't moving. So I actually glided. I got into neutral and I just kind of glided off an exit, or an embankment. I'm not sure which. It was either one. Either way, I ended up at a McDonald's and got me some coffee, and I called Ansley. I woke her up, and I drove the rest of the way home. But it ended up being, when I got home, I realized it was right at 1,000 miles. I drove 1,000 miles overnight, which I bet that your drive was probably about 1,000 miles too.
Probably, but that's
if you
that's
include
wild.
the drive to Richmond, yeah, it has to have been. Yeah, it was a little. It was a little too much. But
oh yeah,
actually, the issue is that trying to choose a story to tell for your longest drive is hard because we have so many of them, and that's a little sad.
Exactly. We might have to make this a reoccurring thing until we get them all out there.
I think we got a couple of them. I'm sure they'll come up. Well,
man.
You ready to go to round 2?
Let's go. Let's jump into it.
So this is something that me and Chance both butchered last week during trivia. It was the wrong answer, first of all, and then we both sat there and talked about it for another minute and said it wrong the whole time. We kept saying Walking at Midnight. And I play this song, so I should know. It was actually the first song I sung to my daughter. Like, I was holding her. There were some complications during labor, and I was finally holding her, and she was like starting to look like she was going to cry. So I just started singing this song, Walking After Midnight by Patsy Cline. And so I figure I would play it today as an apology for getting it wrong. I relearned it, so this is Walking After Midnight. I go out walking at midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I walk miles along the highway, well that's just my way, saying I love you. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you. I stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Well, maybe he's crying for me. And as the sky turns gloomy, the night wind whispers to me, I'm as lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the starlight, just hoping you may be somewhere out walking after midnight, searching for me. I stop to see a weeping willow crying on his pillow. Well, maybe he's crying for me. And as the sky turns gloomy, the night wind whispers to me, I'm as lonesome as I can be. I go out walking after midnight, out in the moonlight, just like we used to do. I'm always walking after midnight, searching for you.
Woo! Nice.
Thank you.
I think that's good redemption right there.
Dude, I was this close to still saying walking at midnight. I don't know why, because I was sitting there thinking of what we were saying. I was laughing at myself when I started the song. I almost messed it up. But we're good. We killed it. All right, your turn. Pressure's on you now.
Oh no. Well, this cover is actually a Johnny Paycheck song. My favorite Johnny Paycheck song. And fun fact about this, if you're on our Patreon, you already seen me do a cover of this over there. Guys, you're going to get to see early content and exclusive content on Patreon. Check us out. Okay, that was a shameless plug. Now here's the song. I can't sell my mama short on loving me, and guess it's why she let me go so far. Mama always stopped me short of stealing. I guess that's why I had to steal that car. She told me not to smoke it, I did, and it took me far away. And I turned out to be the only hell my mama ever raised. I rode into Atlanta, stolen tags and almost out of gas. I had to get some money. Lately I learned how to get it fast. Those neon lights were calling. Somehow I just had to get downtown. I reached into the glove box. Another liquor store went down. And I sang precious memories, take me back to the good old days. I hear my mama singing, Rock of Ages clean for me. She tried to turn me on to Jesus, but I turned on to the devil's ways. And I turned out to be the only hell my mama ever raised. They put them handcuffs on me, Lord, how I fought to resist. but they clamped them tighter. The metal it just bit into my wrist. They took my boots and my billfold, fingerprints and the profile of my face. And then they locked away the only hell my mama ever raised. Sing it with me. I sing, precious memories take me back to the good old days. I hear my mama singing, Rock of Ages cleave for me. She tried to turn me on to Jesus, but I turned on to the devil's ways. And I turned out to be the only hell my mama ever raised. One more time. I said, precious memories take me back to the good old days. I hear my mama singing, Rock of Ages cleave for me. She tried to turn me on to Jesus, but I turned on to the devil's ways. And I turned out to be the only hell my mama ever raised. Woo!
Yeah.
What kind of clap was that, man?
The kind you get in college.
Oh!
Oh! You know, I told myself I was not going to tell that joke on this show. That one just slipped. Yeah.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I've yet to say anything. We have yet to say anything too inappropriate, so that gets a pass.
So, Mama would be proud.
So this is. Say what?
Mama would be proud.
Mama's probably watching right now.
Hey, Mama.
One or two of them are. I know Miss Diana's probably watching, and Miss Jill's probably watching. I reckon my wife's watching, so she's a mama. My mom might be watching. I don't know. I think my mom doesn't actually like country music. So I think she tunes in to like, because she loves me. I don't think she watches long. Mom, if you're watching right now, that means you've watched more than 27 minutes of country music. I gotta imagine you've got a really bad headache. So thank you for watching. If you're not, I understand. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for the view. I'm sure you gave me a view, right? Anyways. So this is my favorite part of last episode. And we're going to do it again because it was so great. And you guys were commenting down there with us. So this is trivia. Woo! Woo! So I'm going to let you start off, Chance.
Sounds great. I'm going to jump in here, and I'm going to stump you, man.
Oh, no. Don't stump me, man. Stump me.
Are you ready?
Is that the question?
Yeah, no.
I'm not stumped. Yes, I'm ready.
What Canadian singer was known as the Singing Ranger?
Buck Owens. Buck Owens isn't Canadian. I don't know.
Tell him in the comments that Buck Owens is not Canadian.
He's not Canadian. I know he's not Canadian. I don't know why I said that. But I had to give an answer. So what was it?
You ready for it? Drum roll. Good. It was Hank Snow.
Hank's? Okay. I would not have gotten that.
Oh.
All right, now I'm going to stump you.
Okay.
Country music is said to have become a thing in 1927 when the Carter family and Jimmie Rodgers were recorded. Where did this take place?
Bristol.
Ah, very good. I had a hint ready if you needed it.
Oh, go ahead with the hint.
The hint was not in South America.
Dang, Colombia was my second choice.
That good old romantic music they have down there. Yeah. All right. Let's do this. Let's keep rolling here.
You ready?
Yeah.
These are, when I say country boy, it's country boys in quotes, okay? This country boy sold over 50 million records since his first album released in 1990. Who is he?
Aaron Lewis?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Folks,
man.
I'm gonna give you... What's that?
You going to give me a second try?
I'm going to give you a second try, and I'm going to give the folks in the comments that extra second to try to guess it right now.
Repeat the question.
This country boy sold over 50 million records since his first album released in 1990. Who is he?
Garth Brooks.
Wah, wah, wah.
I knew it. What? Who is it?
Alan Jackson.
Oh, okay. That was actually one of my guesses. That was going to be my fourth.
Well,
my third was going to be Hank Snow.
Better luck next
now,
time.
This you should be able to get this one, okay?
Okay.
Hiram is the father of Randall, who is the father of Shelton. All three of these men have succeeded greatly in country music. And interestingly enough, they all share the same stage name. What is that stage name?
Wait, can I get that one? Okay, They all share the same stage name?
They all share the same exact stage name. Hiram is the father of Randall, who is the father of Shelton. All three of them have gone by the same exact name.
Hank Williams?
Hank Williams, yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Yeah,
who's
you know
Shelton, though?
Hank the Third.
Oh!
Yep.
Okay.
None of them are actually Hank Williams. I think Hank is all of their middle names.
Well, I feel like I've learned something today, Pistol.
I do too. That's what's cool. Yeah, I really loved doing this last time because I left feeling educated, which usually is not an important thing to me. Like college, I did not leave educated at all. I didn't want to leave educated. I left hungover and poor and without and with pissed off parents.
Hey,
let's do it. Let's dig into this in round 3. Oh,
but wait,
we have something else to do before we do that. Yeah. Take it away.
I had one more trivia question for you. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, what is
today.
it?
Are you ready?
Go for it. I like the third. Yeah.
What do you call a dog that can do magic? A labracadabra doodle.
I've heard all your jokes, man, and I have not heard that one. So that's good.
Thanks, man.
You surprised me a little bit. You got a weird laugh out of me.
Moving on. Last episode during one of Pistol's songs, I happened to wear a chicken mask for about 10 seconds, and no one hardly noticed. A couple people said they did, but it was after the fact and after I mentioned it. So I'm going to give y'all a quick sneak peek of the chicken mask.
Oh, please do. That's awesome.
This was the mask.
Can you sing a song in the mask real quick, just like a chorus of something, so that I can cut it out and show it to people later?
Sure.
Alabaster. Just do the chorus of Alabaster.
I wish the folks in Alabaster would drive a little faster, 'cause I'm in a big old rush to get to Birmingham, Cluckenham. If that woman is still waiting, then she's sure enough contemplating taking back home to Effingham. There we go.
So I've got an idea.
What's that?
I think that we should, every episode, have you do one cover with the chicken mask on. Because I mean, like it's like that movie, The Rocker, where the guy they accidentally get filmed and like during rehearsal, and the guy's like the drummer is rehearsing naked or whatever.
Yeah.
And it blows up, and becomes just like the naked drummer or whatever. But then like as people are listening to it, it's like this viral thing. They realize that the songs are really good, so they fall in love with the music. That could, you could be the chicken masked singer. But then they would like realize, oh, he's actually good.
Well, thanks for that.
We'll talk about that. We'll plan something.
We'll talk about it. It could be a possibility. And let us know in the comments if you think you'd like to see the chicken sing one.
That's Chance's not a very good idea there, pistol voice. By the way. But
How'd you know?
Well, because I know you, man. Because you've heard a lot of bad ideas of mine. That's why. Speaking of, let's move on to the round 3, another original round. It's going to go like this. I'm going to do a song called Short Drive. Because we just got done talking about our longest drives, right? By the way, The Longest Drive sounds like it could be an Adam Sandler movie. We'll throw back to Apalachicola. I think she thought she could blow me on. I would be the bigger man. Somewhere in this lonely night, she's gone and lost all of her good sense. It ain't no secret I was over drinking, and when I get to drinking, I start thinking and thinking tends to lead me in the state of mind I'm in. Every night I'm on the outside, drunk out of my mind, taking a short drive to your house. I know that it ain't right, and your daddy's outside, ready to fist fight, and it might just take me down. To hell with the advice, if I ain't then I ain't nice. Here come my headlights, old man getting down. Take cover for your life, when I step out of your side. You're gonna wish your daughter had never let me down. Cause when a man falls in love, he gives a girl a key to his heart, that she's supposed to turn it gently. But this damn woman, she ain't like most. She must have not got the news when you turn on someone just like me. Someone just like me is gonna turn on you. Every night I'm on the outside, drunk out of my mind, taking a short drive to your house. I know that it ain't right, and your daddy's outside, ready to fist fight, and it might just take me down. To hell with the advice, if I ain't then I ain't nice. Here come my headlights, old man getting down. Take cover for your life and step out of your side. You're gonna wish your daughter had never let me down. Ooh. Tonight I'm out of my mind. If you think I'm crazy, well, you're damn right. Tonight I'm out of my mind. Tonight I'm out of my mind. It's just so hard to be the big man. Tonight I'm out of my mind. Tonight I'm on the outside, drunk out of my mind, taking a short drive to your house. I know that it ain't right, and your daddy's outside, ready to face fight, and it's gonna take me down. To hell with the advice, if I ain't then I ain't nice.
Man, I love that song.
I am a man.
What?
You said man. I reacted.
Oh my gosh, man.
We got a pretty weird vibe going on today. I like it.
Yeah. It's definitely different. But I'm just gonna jump into my song real quick if that's cool with you.
Please do, man. The more attention you can take away from what just happened, the better.
1 second.
Oh
my
my
gosh.
the damn.
These are so much fun to make, guys.
I know, man. I'm just glad, like we used to just have these conversations, and we would have these amazing 2 hour long conversations on the phone, and then at the end of it, we're like, man, I wish we could show that to people. That was fun, and now we're doing it. It's great.
Right. But here's one about the Natchez Trace. If you don't know about the Natchez Trace, it's a road, Natchez Trace Parkway. It goes from Natchez, Mississippi to Nashville, Tennessee. It's about 340 miles long. Don't Google that. And there's two things you got to look out for in the Natchez Trace. And that's deer and trace rangers. Here we go. "50 just ain't good enough. I'm feeling more dangerous, itching like a mutt that's been overrun with fleas. High ground's what I try to take, but women have a funny way of making men like me kicking water on the ground. I'm dodging deer and trace rangers, blasting off in a black Durango, riding like the Lone Ranger, hopped up on loving wine, hitting curves like a baseball. One is a free fall, 'cause that woman's now a stranger. I'm dodging deer and trace rangers, yeah. Woo! Yeah. I've got to be more careful, they'll get me if I ain't aware of their shiny white Explorers parked way back in the trees. And them deer are pretty crazy, a horn won't even faze them. You gotta stand up on your brakes or pray to God for more speed. I'm dodging deer and trace rangers, blasting off in a black Durango, riding like the Lone Ranger, hopped up on loving wine, hitting curves like a baseball. My world's in a free fall, 'cause that woman's now a stranger. I'm dodging deer and trace rangers, yeah. What do you know about them deer and trace rangers, Pistol?
I know a few things.
That Natchez woman, she's a traitor, so I sneak up to her trailer and show her real kindly that it ain't kinda cheap. And them cops will never catch me, 'cause I'll be headed directly up that winding road without a trace or ounce of sleep. I'm dodging deer and trace rangers, blasting off in a black Durango, riding like the Lone Ranger, hopped up on loving wine, hitting curves like a baseball. My world's in a free fall, 'cause that woman's now a stranger. I'm dodging deer and trace rangers. Watch out for him.
Oh yeah! Hey! That was some good music right there. I don't know whose song that is, but I think I might like it a little bit.
That's mine, Pistol.
Oh, I'll be damned. Dude, I tell you what, one time on the trace, I was going from your house to Florence. I was playing the Boiler Room there in Florence.
Yeah.
And I left and it was like pouring rain, dude. And like you couldn't see anything. And I'd never seen a Trace Ranger before. But I finally I drive by one in the pouring rain and like it's like the visibility is like zero. And I see like I see him like right as I'm passing him, I see him out of my window. And right then I look in front of me and it clears up just enough for me to see the road and realize that I'm driving on the complete wrong side of the road. But he couldn't even see it.
Oh man,
Because he didn't come after me.
that is bizarre.
Maybe I'm lucky. I don't know.
Man, did you
Yeah.
stay on the right side of the road for the rest of the drive?
I thought maybe that would be my lucky side of the road, so stayed.
Oh no.
No, yeah, no. I got back over. It was I had literally just drifted some. It wasn't like, but I was like in between the lines, the wrong lines.
Hey, that's a win, I guess.
Hey man,
Yeah,
the risks you take out on the road, man.
Yeah, I've driven down that thing about 2 or 3 times a week for my whole life. In some point, either get to Tupelo or get to Florence or get to Nashville. A lot of places lead there from here. And I've recently started playing a game with the deer where when I see them, I beep at them and scare them off because I've hit way too many deer.
He's not lying, folks.
Some are scared of my horn and fear me, and some could care less. So
Yeah, I think it's hilarious. Yeah, for the most part, I've never seen anyone do that. But you like get as close to him as possible, brake, and then horn. And you never hit him now. That's the good news.
yeah, I hit like 3 or 4 before I started doing that. So I'm just saying, not saying my method is perfect, but
So far it is.
right.
Yeah, we'll see
Right,
how it
but,
goes for the next 50 years.
Yeah, but speaking of Tupelo, I'm gonna make this a tough segue here. Speaking of Tupelo, there's a guy from there named Paul Thorne, and Pistol, you opened up for him. What was it, like a month or so ago, or was that longer ago?
At the Don Gibson, yeah. It's the same weekend of the Richmond weekend when you did that long old drive.
Yeah, and you opened up for him then, but he's from Tupelo, and he tours the country playing his music to a lot of folks, and he's a really big inspiration. Well, he had an interesting Facebook post I was going to tell you about.
Go for it.
He made a video the other day saying how he went out jogging, and an older couple pulls up and asked him, hey, are you still singing some? And he said, yeah, I'm still singing some. And they said, well, what are you doing for a living? And he said, I work at Chick-fil-A. And I felt like that happens all the time to me. I don't know about to you, but people ask me if I still sing, and I say, yeah, and they say, well, what are you doing for a living? Oh, the singing thing. But
Yeah,
I might start using something different,
Yeah, that happens to me all the time. I don't know. Depending on who it is, I explain. A lot of people I just tell I tour, but I think people think if you're not on the radio, then you must not be a real musician.
Huh.
I don't think people realize how big, like the music industry, money wise, is not all that big. But people wise, and how many people can actually make a living doing it, and how many people are willing to do it for little to nothing. It's actually a lot of people at our level,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of artists. I guess there's not all that many artists at our level. There's a lot of cover bands and local artists and stuff, but guys who are out on the road doing what we're doing, really, I only know of literally a handful. But guys who are playing music for a living and call themselves artists, there's a pretty good bit of them,
Right. I've tried to explain it to some people as far as I used to try to explain it where, a lot of people just think that it's either Garth Brooks money or no money. There's no in between, but there is multiple spots in between. They're just like in any career,
Yeah, and there's some spots way below that people are making that people are making some really good money actually. Like
Yeah.
and not and yeah, I don't know. And then there's like what's that song? It's lonely at the top, but it's at the bottom.
Mm.
I bleeped that out with myself, so that wasn't the internet connection.
Oh,
That was
oh,
me.
oh, nice.
Yeah, that was good. I bleeped myself.
You might have a career in bleeping.
I might have a career in bleeping, man. Censorship. That's right. I'm gonna run for office and run on censorship. I'm gonna censor everything. I'm gonna. anyone under 40 gets censored.
Hey,
Yeah, except for pistol.
works for me.
Hey, let's go to round 4, man.
Woo, round 4.
Round 4. Quattro.
It's a cover round.
4. In sign language, it's this right here. I'm holding up 4 fingers. I don't think that's right. Anyways, I'm gonna do a little Chris Stapleton tune. This is called "Up to No Good Living."
Yeah.
Wish I come home from work, not have her checking my breath. Tired of her turning her questions into Gettysburg Address. The reason why she shouldn't trust me, the fact that she don't makes me mad. I can't count all the times that I beg her, honey, just let the past be the past. I used to drink like a fish, run like a dog, done a whole lot of shit not permitted by law. People call me the Picasso of painting the town. And I finally grown up, well, I finally changed. Yeah, that someone I was is somebody I ain't. She finds it hard to believe she's turned me around. Hell, I'll probably die before I live on my up to no good living down.
Woo.
Gave up on bringing her flowers. That just kept making things worse. I ain't been guilty enough being the man she deserves. Oh yeah. I used to drink like a fish, run like a dog, done a whole lot of shit not permitted by law. But people call me the Picasso of painting the town. Well, I finally grown up. Well, I finally For I live on my up to no good living down. Ah, hell, I'd hate to die before I live on my up to no good living down.
Yeah!
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Man, I gotta tell you something.
What?
I was not familiar with the song, just by reading its name. But when you started playing it, I was like, oh my goodness, I love this song.
Oh yeah.
Man,
I didn't.
you did a great job.
Wow.
Man, you did a great job
thank you,
on
man.
that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Man.
I wrote it. I wrote it for Stapleton back in the 70s. Back when me and him were giving Willie Nelson guitar lessons.
Yeah.
It's sarcasm, people. Come on.
But this song is one that was requested last week by Miss Jill.
Oh.
So Jill, this one goes out to you. This is a Tyler Childers song. It's called "Follow You to Virgie," and I didn't write it. Gotta try that. Back before these calloused hands and all this work, we used to sit up at the flats, acting like we lived forever, getting high and skipping class. Yeah, I reckon we were heathens, but in her eyes we were saints. But now you're calling all the boys home, 'cause heaven's angels have carried her away. So I will follow you to Virgie, although it hurts me so, to lay to rest this mountain beauty that the Lord's called home, and I can see her up in glory. I can see her through the pines. Back when all us boys were trying to make sense of all these strings, I can see her in the corner singing along to all our crazy dreams. So I will follow you to Virgie, although it hurts me so, to lay to rest this mountain beauty that the Lord's called home, and I can see her up in glory. I can see her through the pines, saying, boys, be good. So I will follow you to Virgie, 'cause that's what us boys are for, to help you out when you get weary and you can't go no more. And can't you see her up there, Cody? I can see her through Saints. I love that song.
Great.
Love it. Love that song.
Y'all, Chance is a darn superstar, man, I tell you.
Oh, Pistol,
Get
that's
ready.
all you.
Oh, no. Nah, girl. That's like the most... That almost sounds offensive when you say that with a southern accent. Like, no, girl. You know?
It's like saying, bless your heart.
Bless... Yeah, it's like, yeah. Oh, man. Dude, that's the end of this episode. We had like a bunch of other stuff we were going to talk about, but we're just going to save it for next episode because we're at time. Chance, how you feel, man? How'd you like that episode, man?
I feel really good about the episode. I had a great time, man.
Me too. I these last couple I really enjoyed, and I think we're gonna start working on different ways to get the word out. But the big thing we can do to get the word out is you guys sharing this and telling friends and inviting friends and just making it a point. We'd love to have you on to stream with us on Fridays and Mondays. 5-10 minutes, or come stream the whole thing. Set your clock and be here at 8 and stay with us till 9 if you want. But we'd love to have 5-10 minutes of your time. And you got anything to add to that, Chance?
Yeah, share the bad boy. Share the
bad boy. Oh yeah, and
do the dang thing.
Yeah, and then go join us on Patreon. We're doing all kinds of cool stuff on there. Chance added a shameless plug in earlier. Maybe I'll just replay that here or something. I don't know. Or we'll just have another one. We're doing all kinds of cool stuff on there, and we're planning on expanding it, doing as much as we can. And when we get on the road, we're going to have like all the crazy videos we get of us hanging out together that we're like, oh, we can't let our moms see these. We're going to post those on Patreon. And you guys are going to see the stuff that we don't want everyone else to see because you're giving us help and money and helping us to we're using that money to build this tour, which is really just supposed to be this outlet for people who are too small to sell tickets on their own. So you get 2 or 3 of them together and put them out on the road together and create this like kind of forever tour that maybe one day me and Chance aren't on it anymore and it's 2 other guys, or maybe it's 3 or 4 other guys, and hopefully we'll get a band and we got a lot of aspirations, and every single one of you that go on Patreon and help us out, it makes a huge, massive difference. I know that's 2 adjectives that mean the exact same thing, huge and massive, but it's very necessary. I'm going to keep using 2 of those until we get to where we need to be.
Definitely, man. Bye, everybody.
Break the ice. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Wait. One more thing. I'm sorry.
Okay,
one more thing. I just you like French fries, right?
I love French fries.
Did you know that the first French fries weren't cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
Hey, do you like fish sticks?
Well, yeah.
You need to go watch South Park, man.
Well, come on.
You
remember
the fish stick episode? If you don't know what I'm talking about, there's no better way to end this episode than to leave you hanging with the fish stick episode. Go check it out. Go look it up on YouTube. What is the fish stick episode? And we're gonna end this episode right here, and I'm gonna explain the Chance the second we turn the camera.
Oh my God, I think I remember. That's hilarious.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching. My name's Pistol, and that's Chance Stanley right there. I can't actually see him because of the way we film this thing, but he's right over here somewhere. We love you guys.
See y'all.